everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make keychains of your favorite characters using shrink plastic. So the first thing you'll need is shrink plastic. This is something that you can find at your local art store. I got mine at Michael's and it came in a package like this, Shrinky Dink. Now when you buy the shrink plastic, you may be presented with a couple of options. Here I have an example of clear and white, and there are pros and cons to both of them. So let's start with the clear one. The benefits of the clear one is that when you color on one side, you'll be able to see the design on both sides, like you see here. However, the colors are not as vivid as they are on the white paper. So this is an example of the white paper, and you can see how much more the colors stand out. And actually, when you go in and color it in, the colored pencils just stick onto the paper and just stand out a lot easier or a lot better than this. The downside to the white paper is that after the plastic shrinks, if you do not color on the back side, it comes out white like this, rather than showing on both sides. But a cool thing about this actually is what I've started to do is to draw both on the front and the back, and it comes out looking something like this. So you can draw both the front side and the back side of the character that you choose. Yeah, so it's really up to you which you prefer, but those are your two options, and that's kind of what the characters come out like. Okay, so the next thing you'll need is some colored pencils, Sharpies. I would recommend both a fine point and extra fine point. You'll need some tape, scissors, a hole punch, a nail file or some sandpaper, and just some string for the keychain. And then additionally, you'll also need an oven and a device, either a tablet or a smartphone. So the first thing you want to do to get started is go on the internet and find an image of the character you'd like and just save it to your camera roll. Once it's in your camera roll, go ahead and open it up. For this video, I will be using a screenshot of one of my Tamagotchis in the app. Once you have the image, go ahead and zoom in and really get that centered. Take your piece of shrink plastic and tape it to the screen. The first thing you're going to want to do is grab your Sharpie and do all of the big outlines, and then use the thin Sharpie to do all of the smaller details. Okay, now I'm done with all of the black Sharpie, so I'm going to go ahead and take my pink colored pencil and just draw in the rosy cheeks. And now that I have all of the placing done on my character, I'm just going to go ahead and unstick this and finish coloring. One thing to keep in mind while you're coloring is that the colors turn out a little bit darker after you put them in the oven. Now I'm actually going to turn this around and also color the back side. So to color the back side, you'll notice on the paper there's a rough and a smooth side. And in order for the colored pencil to really color on, I'm going to take my nail file and scratch up the surface. Okay, now that the surface is a little bit rough, I'm going to go ahead and get my tablet, move to the white part of the image, and tape this back on. What I'm going to do here is kind of trace over the image again and kind of imagine what the back side of the character would look like. Okay, so now I have the back side of the character. I'm just going to go ahead and take my colored pencils and color it in. Now I have my character on both sides and we're ready for the next step. Take your hole punch and make the hole where you want the keychain to be. Just gonna go here and make it right above. Yeah. And I'm gonna take my scissors and cut it out. Now we can go ahead and preheat the oven. Again, check the instructions on the brand that you buy. This one says to preheat to 325 degrees. As the oven is preheating, I went ahead and grabbed a piece of foil where we're gonna go ahead and put our character on. If you want, you can put it on a tray, but I find it to be enough to just grab foil and fold it in half. One thing you'll notice when you put your Shrinky Dink in the oven is that it will start to shrivel up and fold. It's okay. Once the entire charm finishes shrinking, it'll flatten out once again. Sometimes it will stay a little bit curved. In that case, just take it out while it's still warm and grab a flat object and press it down. Okay guys, so our Shrinky Dink is out of the oven. I left it in there no more than 30 seconds. And here we have it. You can see this is the size of the drawing I did, and this is the size that it came out. We have the hole, and you'll notice it's very hard plastic now. And both the back and the front turned out great. Okay, so before we go ahead and add the string to turn it into a keychain, you do have an optional step of making this glossy, either by buying some sort of like glaze shine thing at Michael's, or you can also use clear nail polish. So last part is to grab our string and cut about 2 pieces of equal length. And then with those pieces, I'm going to bring the ends together and tie a knot. If you'd like, you can take some crazy glue and put it on the knot so it doesn't come undone. And then with this, I'm going to go ahead and feed it through the hole. And then once it's in the hole, I'm going to loop one over the other and secure it. And then there we have it. This is our completed charm. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it easy to follow. Thanks.